Welcome to County Report this week. I'm Lona Virgili. Thank you for joining us. Coming up in the next half hour, a county delegation visits El Salvador to bring medical supplies to a hospital in Morazan. And the leaf collection is underway. Later on the show, the Thanksgiving parade is just around the corner. But first, we begin with a meeting regarding the operations at the air park. Last year's tragic plane crash that killed 3 members of a young family and 3 passengers on that plane left many in the community surrounding the Montgomery County Air Park shaken. Recently, residents had the opportunity to express their concerns as investigation into that accident continues. Susan Kennedy reports.
Residents, pilots, and local leaders gathered in Rockville recently to discuss issues related to the Montgomery Air Park. While community members and local officials await the results of the NTSB investigation on the tragic accident that occurred last year, folks were given the opportunity to voice their concerns and provide perspective.
I'm 28 years old. I have a 2-year-old, and my husband and I bought our house 3 years ago in Hadley Farms. We didn't really think about the air park then, that everyday life in those homes are exactly what that mother was doing with her children. So it's a huge concern for us.
I'd like to suggest one thing that I think could make the airport operations a whole lot safer for everyone, and that is to abolish touch and goes and eliminate the practice flights.
When the pilots back there fly over my house and you fly over the park, you fly directly over my house at a really low altitude. And if nobody believes me, come have wine with me on my deck. See how you like it.
Council members Craig Rice and Sidney Katz were on hand, listening intently to community concerns. They said meetings like this are critical as officials decide how to move ahead.
We got a great understanding of what a lot of the issues are, and it'll give us something to go on when it comes to some sort of recommendations that we might make in terms of ways to make sure that they can peacefully coexist together. I told the community back in January when I met with them that I wanted to wait until the NTSB report came out, because if there were other findings that were there, something that had to deal with the air park, why would I do that before those recommendations came out?
Once we get all the suggestions and we've gotten a list, the county staff and everyone else will look at it and come up with what they believe could be solutions and how this could be handled. And from there, then we'll have other discussions to see what we can and can't do with them.
In Rockville, I'm Susan Kennedy for County Report This Week.
We do not want to thank snow just yet, but the county already held its snow summit, where officials from all county agencies with snow removal responsibilities assess the readiness for winter storms and discuss new initiatives.
In terms of our priorities, our number one priority is to ensure our residents are safe. And for that, Highway Services does clear the snow and ice as quickly, as efficiently possible. Stations that plow at fire stations to make sure our emergency equipment can get to their destination during emergencies, ambulances, fire trucks. And also they ensure that those routes that our transit buses operates are cleared first, because we have to make sure those people who are out there can get to their job and depend on Montgomery County transit system.
This week on the county's Spanish language radio show, we had Cherie Branson, Director of the Office of Procurement, to talk about a new legislation that grants additional points during the selection process to minority companies to participate in contracting. She also spoke about other department initiatives to increase the number of contracts granted to small businesses.
We're trying our best to make it easier. A big problem are the forms. The forms are very long. The current form is about 45 pages long, so we're redoing the form. And
that's good news. That's
yes,
actually great news. When do we have the new form?
Right now the form is down to about 24 pages.
So you've cut off about 50%.
I've cut
That's
out
good news.
about half of the form.
Okay.
And I'm not sure if I'm finished yet.
Here are some good financial news. Executive Ike Liggett announced that the county has maintained its AAA bond rating for 2015 from 3 Wall Street bond rating agencies. Fitch, Moody's, and Standard & Poor's all affirmed the AAA rating, and they all termed the outlook for Montgomery County as stable. The AAA bond rating enables Montgomery County to sell long-term bonds at the most favorable rates. Council President George Leventhal visited El Salvador to follow up on the existing Sister City Agreement and to take donations to the Central American country, where they met with Vice President Oscar Ortiz. The delegation of 36 individuals visited San Francisco Gotera Hospital in the Department of Morazan. The Sister City delegation delivered donated medical equipment and $11,000 in donations from county residents. In 2011, Executive Ike Leggett led a visit focused on the northeastern department of Morazan, where he signed the Sister City Agreement. It is estimated that Montgomery County is home to approximately 50,000 Salvadorans. Coming up on County Report this week, Mark rail plans for stations up county. We take you to a planning meeting. And the Thanksgiving parade is just a few days away. Stay with us. County Report this week. We'll be right back.
Did you know there are more than 10,000 county government phone numbers? But there's only one number you need to remember for non-emergency calls: 311. MC 311 is Montgomery County government's online telephone information system. Need information? Have a problem or complaint? Trying to locate a county government facility? Call 311. The call center is open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The website is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
In Montgomery County, we have a goal to reduce waste and recycle 70% of all waste by 2020. By recycling and reducing waste, we save natural resources and make our community even better. So recycle at home, work, school, everywhere, and keep recycling going. For more information, call the Montgomery County, Maryland Division of Solid Waste Services at 311 or visit montgomerycountymd.gov/recycling.
Keep it going.
Recycle more now.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili. The Montgomery County Planning Department recently launched the Mark Rail Communities Plan for station areas in Boyds and Germantown. Each community requires a different approach to land uses, development, and multimodal access around the stations. Planners hosted members of the community at the App County Regional Services Center in Germantown to provide background on the plan and receive public feedback about its strategies and goals.
What are some of the things that you would like to change?
Tonight was our kickoff meeting for the Mark Rail Community Sector Plan. We'll be looking at both the Boyd Station and the Germantown Mark Station. And as we heard tonight, they're really quite different, but are both essential parts of our infrastructure. And I think it leads to some real opportunities of things we could do to help improve accessibility.
So we're looking at two Mark Rail stations in the upper portions of Montgomery County, the Boyds and the Germantown stations. Both are slightly different. Boyds is a rural area versus Germantown is much more developed. But we think we should look at them in conjunction with one another because what happens in one will affect the other.
One of my concerns is the connectivity between the Mark stations and Town Center for Germantown, and of course for Boyd's is the connectivity to be able to walk to the stations. I think that, as I said, it's a great asset having Mark in our communities, and we need to be able to walk, bike, bus, ride, park, all means to get to the stations.
This plan is a community effort, so we want to get a lot of participation from the entire community. We want to get their input all throughout the process so that we get all the stakeholders together and have an understanding that, we're going to work together to try to better the community, to make improvements, to enhance the future, to create a future vision for their community based on their input. And to know that, they'll have a lot of opportunity to voice that input.
It's time to rake your leaves. The 2015 annual leaf collection season began on November 9th. The county's Department of Transportation will schedule 2 pickups in the neighborhoods within the collection district. Posted signs will indicate pickup dates to give you ample time to rake your leaves to the edge of the road. Here's a tip: do not rake your leaves into the street, but rather near the edge of your property. For more information about leaf pickup in your neighborhood, visit the county's website or call 311. The county's annual Thanksgiving parade promises to be a grand celebration to kick off the holiday season, and all preparations are underway. More than 100 units will participate in the parade on Saturday, November 21st in downtown Silver Spring.
One of our favorites is the professional football team from Washington. Their marching band will be with us, as well as this year I think we have 9 Bolivian and Panamanian marching bands, which are always a favorite with their colorful costumes and wonderful music. And we also have our Scouts, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, Cubs, and Brownies, and marching dogs and marching bands from our area high school. So lots of good old faithfuls that we like to see.
Festivities start at 10 a.m. and the parade route will be the same as last year, proceeding south on Georgia Avenue and ending at Silver Spring Avenue. New this year is the opportunity for family selfies. That's right, on Veterans Plaza there will be Frozen's inflatable Elsa, a 10-foot tall turkey, also a Hanukkah and Christmas decor. All parade selfies marked with the hashtag #MocoThanksParade will be broadcast on the Jumbotron at Ellsworth and Fenton on the parade route. With the holidays around the corner, the county's Department of Environmental Protection is asking all residents to remember to recycle as much as they can. County residents are reminded to reduce, reuse, and recycle during the holiday season.
We have a goal in Montgomery County to reduce waste and recycle 70% of all waste generated by 2020. And thanks to all the great efforts of everyone living and working in Montgomery County, we have a waste diversion rate of 60%, and that's phenomenal. But we need people's help. We need people to reduce waste and recycle everything that they can recycle.
Officials are asking that residents make an extra effort in recycling.
As you're doing your entertaining, as you're wrapping your gifts, please be sure to recycle every single thing that can be recycled here in Montgomery County.
Holiday cooking can generate many types of bottles, jars, cans, and containers that can be either recycled or reused for storing leftovers.
There are things that folks can do to cut down on the amount of waste that they create. For example, thinking ahead and buying in bulk is always a very, very good practice. The other thing is, if you are cooking for guests and having a party, save the leftovers. Send leftovers home in reusable containers so that your guests can continue to enjoy all the things that you've cooked and made.
And there's more mixed paper sales advertising and unwanted mail. Recycle it or register on a do not mail list by visiting catalogchoice.org. Also, while shopping, do not forget to take reusable bags that eliminate waste and also save you from paying 5 cents per bag. For more information, visit montgomerycountymd.gov/recycling. Coming up on County Report this week, MCPS celebrates an innovative partnership with the state. And we bring you the fall sports recap from Montgomery College. Stay Stay with us. County Report this week is coming right back.
Yeah, salad on Saturday, fruit on Friday, throw a ball Thursday. Water Wednesday, touch your toes Tuesday. Let's move Monday, swap a snack Sunday.
60 minutes of physical activity a day and eating well can help get your child healthy. So keep them active and eating well every day. Get ideas, get involved, get going at letsmove.gov. That's letsmove.gov.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
This message brought to you by FEMA. Home fires occur most often in winter. Keep anything that can catch fire at least 3 feet from heating equipment. And never use an oven to heat your home. Stay in the kitchen when frying, grilling, or broiling food. Turn space heaters off when you leave the room or go to bed. Make sure all vents are clear of snow and ice to allow carbon monoxide to vent outside. Have your furnace, heating system, and chimneys serviced each year by a qualified professional. Learn more at www.usfa.fema.gov.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili. Montgomery County Public Schools, in partnership with Montgomery College, the Maryland Department of Education, and the Montgomery County Business Roundtable for Education, hosted the first Maryland Innovative Educational Partnerships Conference. We spoke with Genevieve Floyd of MCPS about this inaugural event.
We and our colleagues at Montgomery College got together and we were looking for information on partnerships throughout the state, and there was little information to be found. So we decided to let's hold a conference here in Montgomery College, this beautiful campus, and we have invited school districts from all across the state, and they're sharing what they are doing in their communities with us, as well as we are having the opportunity to share what we're doing with them. Partnerships. During the opening session, we had Dr. Pollard, who gave welcome remarks, and then we had our own interim superintendent. And we also had our Senator Penske here, who spoke about the College Career Readiness and College Completion Act of 2013 that has huge implications for the work that we do and how we prepare our students for their future.
Aligning the K-12 public school system with the community colleges and four-year colleges and getting everybody on the same page to move the student through that whole process is very important. And some counties, some jurisdictions are doing it more effectively than others. We're putting some new things in place that are going to transform how education is done.
Attendees also attended various breakout sessions, and the topics covered partnerships with business sectors, partnership with community organization, how we are partnering with our colleges, our four-year institutions, and our two-year institutions, and the work that we're doing collaboratively to impact our future generation.
Today is a celebration of all of the unique and innovative partnerships that are available throughout the state. So hopefully this will give them an opportunity to have a conversation and learn new exciting things and perhaps take it back to their own community colleges or their own districts and implement some of these exciting practices.
It's been a very successful fall season so far for Montgomery College athletics. Here's MCTV's Michael Brown with a recap.
It was literally a whole new ballgame this fall for MC Athletics. All three teams had new coaches and tons of new faces on each roster. Trey Livingston took over men's soccer after serving as the top assistant the last 3 years, and things got off to an inauspicious start. Injuries and a brutal schedule left the Raptors winless after 5 matches. But beginning with the shutout of Allegheny, the Raptors went on a roll and didn't lose again to bring a 12-game winning streak into the region and district championship tournament. In the semis, MC fell behind Nova in the second half, but then scored 3 straight to take it 6-4 and advanced to the finals against rival PG. And it was a nail-biter. MC fell behind but tied it just before half, The Raptors went up early in the second half, but PG tied it late to force OT. After a scoreless first OT, MC's Juan Escobar tapped in a deflected shot to notch the title and punch the Raptors' ticket to their fourth straight trip to nationals. Phil Nana was named the new head coach of women's soccer, and as he implemented a new system of play, MC got off to a slow start. But then things started to click, and the Raptors won 8 of their last 9, heading into the postseason. MC was a big underdog in the regional final against Howard, but they played shutdown defense and got a late goal from Robin Hodgson to take Regions 1-0 and move to the district finals against the number 1 team in the land, Oxford College of Georgia. MC played them to a scoreless tie for 90 minutes and threw 2 overtimes. And so it all came down to a shootout. But Oxford narrowly took that 4-3 to bring the Raptors' fine season to a heartbreaking close. And volleyball's new head coach is former Watkins Mill star Marie Cornejo Steele. She took over a team with just 2 returners, but they quickly came together and had an outstanding year, pulling off big wins along the way against Butler, Hartford, and Anne Arundel to finish 17-8 overall and 9-3 in Maryland JUCO. For County Report this week from Montgomery College, I'm Michael Brown.
The group Peerless Rockville shines a spotlight on one of the pioneer women lawyers in Maryland, Miss Vivian V. Simpson. Rockville 11's Kathy Dantzler tells us more.
Rockville paid tribute to Miss Vivian V. Simpson, a fearless legal trailblazer. Simpson was a highly respected attorney in Montgomery County and the state. She was recently honored by Peerless Rockville for all her bold and historic legal moves.
I was talking to the Peerless Rockville people, which is the Historical Society for Rockville, and they had just done an exhibit on the building of the first, the Great Courthouse in Montgomery County in Rockville. And they said, "What do you want to do it on next?" And I said, "I'd like to see an exhibit on Vivian Simpson because she was such a wonderful person, so inspirational to people."
She has been described as rebellious, pioneering, a modern feminist, a trailblazing woman attorney, and Maryland's first female Secretary of State.
When you met Vivian Simpson, it bordered on reverence. You are meeting one of the greatest and maybe the greatest human beings you'll ever meet. She was that impressive. And when you said hello or what's going on and she told you what it was, that's gospel.
I got to know Vivian, although none of us called her Vivian, we all called her Viv. When we were getting along, and when we weren't, we called her Miss Simpson. She was an absolutely fabulous lawyer, but I learned so much from them. Joe was an absolutely fabulous trial lawyer, and Vivian was an absolutely fabulous tactician. She was so detailed and so precise in the way she approached things.
It was a great event tonight. We're very happy with the way that it's turned out, and we hope to be able to follow up with some of these people to collect oral histories and just add to the information we have on Vivian Simpson. She was a trailblazing woman, really an amazing woman that did so much for the law profession and really advanced women's initiatives in not just Rockville, but Montgomery County and the state of Maryland.
I'm Kathy Dantzler for County Report This Week.
Coming up next on County Report This Week, the City of Rockville celebrates its nonprofit organizations. We'll meet our Pet of the Week. And we take you to the Monty Awards. Don't go away. County Report This Week is coming right back.
Montgomery County wants to thank everyone for their commitment to recycling. We're recycling 57% of our waste, and we know you'll work with us to reduce waste and recycle even more, 70% by 2020. To protect the environment and save valuable natural resources for the future, we need to recycle all of our paper, cans, bottles, containers, scrap metal, and more. Because if you don't get serious about recycling at work now, it's going to come back and bite us.
Hey, mister, down here. You illegally passed the stop school bus. I'm placing you in timeout. And this timeout means big fines, plus you really could have hurt somebody. That's why school buses are being equipped with video cameras to help kids like me stay safe. So respect the bus.
Be active, Montgomery. Woo! Be active. Be active, Montgomery. Be active, Montgomery. Be active, Montgomery.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili. Montgomery Community Media honored dozens of volunteers at this year's Monty Awards. Maureen Chaudhry reports.
This year, the Monty Awards mark 30 years of honoring volunteer producers and technicians. The ceremony celebrates those volunteers, a part of Montgomery Community Media.
Well, MCM would not exist without the volunteers. About 90% of the programs you see on our 2 TV channels are produced by the residents of Montgomery County, not by staff. So we could not put on our television channels without the work of the volunteers. They're crucial and vital to what we do.
We have an incredible populace in Montgomery County that's doing great things and creating unbelievable content.
The ceremony was held at the Black Rock Center for the Arts in Germantown, and host Susan Kennedy of County Cable Montgomery welcomed a crowd of approximately 150 people. The big winners of the night was Saj Chand, who won 4 Monty Awards. He won in the sports category for DC Hockey League ball hockey leagues. He also was recognized for most field producer hours, field technician, and technicians that have worked 40-plus shows.
So learning the production part, the technician part, all the things that go into it, editing, it's been a great blast for me.
14 volunteers received Monty Awards across 17 categories, while 7 producers and technicians took home individual awards.
In the same level as everybody else, to be nominated is a big honor, and to win it, it's even bigger than that.
Oh, it's so exciting, very, very, very inspirational for me because this is the second year I've won, so I know that I'm making a difference out there.
And one of the biggest honors of the night, the Bill Randolph Award, which recognizes the technician with the most hours, went to Dick Terrell. He has worked more than 100 shows during the year, and this isn't his first time receiving the award.
It's gratifying after working on the number of shows to be awarded an award and acknowledged for the effort that was put in.
You can find a full list of winners on the MyMC Media website. You can also watch the ceremony on Access 19 and Montgomery Channel 21. For County Report This Week, I'm Maureen Chaudhry.
The City of Rockville is shining a light on the nonprofit organizations that help make the city a great place to live. Rockville 11's Catherine Dantzler has more from the 10th annual Salute to Nonprofit event.
The city salute to nonprofits that give back to the Rockville community. This year brought together nonprofits like Community Ministries of Rockville to the Humane Society of Montgomery County. And because it was held at the Rockville Farmers Market, visitors not only got a great deal on homegrown food and vegetables, but also got a chance to learn all about what our local nonprofits have to offer and how they too can help out our community.
The easiest way to volunteer is usually finding something that you're comfortable with. There's hundreds of nonprofit organizations that do work in Rockville, and everybody can find one that kind of has those activities that are tailored to what their wants and needs are.
That we need to give back to the community. I think depending on the individual in our lives, we have had many good things, we have had other things that are not so good, but there is always an opportunity to give a hand to someone who needs help.
To be in the community. We need to talk to every single person from any kind of background.
You can learn more about Rockville nonprofits at rockvillemd.gov/community services. For County Report This Week, I'm Catherine Dantzler.
Now it is time to meet our pet of the week. Kathy Stanhope joins us from the Montgomery County Animal Services and Adoption Center with more. Kathy?
I'm here with Chuck. Chuck is a 5-year-old Chihuahua. He was found as a stray. He's looking for a home. He is a nice little guy. As you can see, he's a little scared right now, but Chihuahuas tend to be a little nervous. But he really needs a place to stay because he doesn't like it here in the shelter. Please give us a call at 240-773 5900 or visit Chuck on the web at montgomerycountymd.gov/ASD.
And with that, we close this edition of County Report this week. Remember to like us on Facebook and to join us again at this time every week for a look at what's going on inside Montgomery County. I'm Lorna Virgili, and thank you for watching.